Mr. Speaker, this is the way to govern a nation. And these big things that he's doing, you cannot see the evidence today. It's going to take a bit of time when now you unlock the logjam of cases that are not being dealt with in the judiciary, because now judiciary will be having its own budget, judiciary will be having enough judges in the Court of Appeal and so on. This is the way we go so as Kenyans can access justice. Mr. Speaker, it is important that we laud the President for speaking to the attempt to reverse the cost of high living. I will not go into details. He talked about fertilizer cost. He talked about housing. And in housing, we all know how it is going to help in making sure that the cost of living goes down. Mr. Speaker, I'm a farmer. I do sugarcane farming, and I do dairy farming, and I do maize farming. For a long time, I have been doing 18 bags of maize per acre. But because fertilizer was cheaper, I was encouraged. I used to avoid buying because I was making a net loss. But because it was only 2,500, Mr. Speaker, I was encouraged, and I'm glad that for the first time, I harvested, Senator of Siaya, 27 bags per acre. A huge difference. I can imagine if I was having a big farm, I would have actually taken my children, I would have paid the school fees at the university for my sons and daughters who are there out of that. This is what we want to do for our economy. Speaking on the same maize, you go to Kitale, you go to Bungoma, you go to Lugari, you go to Trans Nzoia, you go to Washinigishu, it is a bittersweet. It is bittersweet. You know what has happened? Because we have produced more, again, the law of supply and demand has set in. So a bag of maize, 90 kilograms, which we were buying for 8,000 shillings, now the farmer had planted and had harvested thinking that he would make 8,000, 7,000, 6,000. It has dropped down to 3,600. So it is bittersweet. You, the guys who we feed, we are from the food basket. You are happy, you are getting cheap food. But us, we are not making money. So the principle of guaranteed minimum returns, we want to urge the President and his ministers and his cabinet to ensure that for every crop in this country, be it the maize farmer, the sugarcane farmer, coffee, what have you, a farmer must have a guaranteed minimum return that ensures that for every crop, they make a profit. Mr. Speaker, the President spoke on the issue of finance, and elaborately, he told us about the efforts he has taken to stabilize the situation. But the telling point, out of the 10 or so points he raised on matters of finance, there was